subscribe to a newsletter. I don't understand that. Why would you do that? Anyway, the 12 for 12K challenge. This is a guy who's used social media really well. He went to his LinkedIn connections and Facebook, and he said, he's in Ireland, and he said, I just want 1,000 of you, 1,200 of you to donate $10 a month, US, and I will take $12,000 a month and give it to a charity that needs it, not a big charity. And as a result, through that, he's built up a whole program called the 12 for 12K challenge. And last week he announced he's now moving us off where we were on Facebook, and he's created a Facebook page. Right? So now the challenge, 12 for 12K challenge, he's raised over $100,000 in 12 months for charities that need it, and it's now a full-time job for him. So as a fundraising area, it's quite a good way to tap into people and to get them engaged. So 12 for 12K challenge. You may have probably seen the Coca-Cola example as success for social media. Anyway, how many people in the world drink Coca-Cola? There's 6.5 billion of us. What do you reckon? 5 billion? 4 billion? 3 billion? 2? 3? What do you reckon? 3? 4? Right. Coca-Cola have 10.5 million fans. I'll show you how they're trending on Facebook. So they've got 10 million fans. That means if they have 1 billion customers, they've got 0.00001% of their customers. So the 2 billion person, why do you think they fail so miserably with those percentages? Look at this. If you had those numbers on your business and your investment, would you say it's a success? No, but it's 10 million and it's global, and for them, $10 million at a fan site is nothing because it's just fluff in the whole Coca-Cola thing. So they can throw 10 million at it, but you can't. No. I mean, is it a success or not? That's interesting. This is really interesting, ladies, and I'm not going to blame, don't worry, and I'm not his identical twin. The facts are coming out. Sales are down. Lots of people are watching it, lots of women are watching it, but they're not necessarily buying this stuff. Now, I used to use it a long time ago because my dad used it. So, here, son, have deodorant. Right? I never use that. Apparently there's a body wash. But you know, I've watched the videos, but I have no desire to go to a website and look at stuff. And it's not giving me a reason to buy it, because I know I'll never look like it. So, really interesting what's starting to come out. And that's the URL. So let's have a look at what's going on in this space. And if you're interested, I've done so much research, I've found all these little shortcuts to Facebook help sites. So drop your business card to me and I'll email them to you after the event if you want. Come up. Let's just find something very strange. Let's try it again.
Wouldn't happen with an iPad.
Well, yeah, it was interesting because I was going to ask you, and this, by the way, it's probably the last time I use Windows PowerPoint. I'm going back to that. I want to know what the problem was. He said that the kids are now spending almost twice as much time on the iPad. Is there a technical issue? Loading it? Taking so long to download? No, right. 25 million examples of Facebook. I think we're full screen. Oh, no, that's full screen, right? 25 million examples of Facebook. Abercrombie and Fitch. Best Buy, BMW, Body Shop, Cadillac, Disney, Dunkin' Donuts. See who's on there? All the best sites in the world. Big fat brand advertisers spending gazillions of dollars to make it work. It's not some cheap alternative. That's the benchmark. So if you think you're going to go out there and I've got $5 and I'm going to become a bloody Facebook legend, right? The ones playing in this space are spending a hell of a lot of money to make it work and to make it stand out. And all the case studies you see, in most cases, are the big boys and girls. So here are the trending stats, right? So do you know what the biggest fan club in the world is? Texas Hold'em Poker. Right? There's a dead person's coming second. Michael Jackson. Facebook itself, Lady Gaga, Family Guy. Family Guy. 5 in the world. I don't watch it, but it's a cartoon, isn't it? Yeah. Vin Diesel, apparently he's an actor, I have no idea. Mafia Wars, and I think that's a gay, not real. Starbucks, House, Barack Obama, whilst the Twilight Saga, YouTube, a bunch of emos, Lisa. These emos who move quickly with no visible means of support and stop with a swooshing sound. I don't get it. And of course, down here, the least popular sites, Haggis Adventures. Oh, the Scots in you. The Scots come and support the Haggis Adventures. Get a few thumbs going. Right? But look at these sites, the top ones in the world, are very unattainable if you're Joe Bloke running your small business down the road. Yeah? So, it's what I call wetsuit marketing on this. You know what wetsuit marketing is? Those who surf. How do you get warm when you're sitting out and surfing? You clean in your wetsuit. It makes you feel nice and warm. And 5 minutes later, you go back to how you work. It's just like this. Let's do that. Yeah, why? Well, it feels good at the time. So here's some tips for fans. If you want, I can send it to you, but I'm not going to read it all. You can now with Facebook fan pages develop custom tags. So take them to your custom tags, don't take them to the wall. Create a unique image. This is you probably need to go to university, but create a unique image, right, on your page. Integrate other applications to engage people. Join the conversation, it's not optional anymore. Talk to people. Publish interesting and relevant content. Repost other comments. Who was I talking to that tweets last night? He said, no, I don't have time to create my own tweets, I just retweet. But hey, I did the same when I was tweeting. I would just retweet others because I didn't have time to think up over the 40 characters. Repost others, update it regularly. This is where I've fallen over. I haven't been able to make the time, and we're having to change our life so we can make the time. I asked one of my audiences who blogs. Who blogs here? Who writes a blog? Business or personal blog? Personal. Oh, okay. What time of day do you write? What time? 9 nights ago. Oh, this guy was a rugby blogger. And I said, when do you start? I usually write after midnight. So what have you given up? He said, sex and sleep. I'm just not prepared to give up sleep, so when I can write my blog and find the time, because if I want it to succeed, I'm going to have to find more time to keep writing and posting to it. My head hours are worth money. I'm going to have to subcontract blogging, which is what people are doing now. Ghostwriting blogs, ghostwriting tweets. There's a pet food company in Sydney that's got ghostwriters tweeting their cat stuff and from cat lovers, and ghostwriters tweeting their dog stuff, dog lovers. They're paying dog lovers to do it. Okay, it's not the company. So, post and tag photos, but the problem with that, you can only do it if you're connected as a friend. And leverage the power of events on there as well. So, here's something that I got yesterday, which you might all be interested in. Because as I said, I've never known a category so mistrusted as this space, and yet it is so successful. This is I don't say it, but you can see it. What that is my social media strategy. So it goes in there and gives you, it combines words and verbs to give you a social media strategy so you can sound important in the meeting. We have a similar thing called Marketing Buzzwords Bingo on my website. You can print out a bingo card with marketing buzzwords, you can sit in a meeting, and as you're saying one, someone else will cross them off. Bingo! Bingo! Don't worry. You can introduce buzzwords into a meeting to make it interesting. So you can identify relevant and compelling hooks for the audience, create content around the hooks, and integrate it into their social repertoire. So if you want to use a sentence in a meeting, there's one. Right? Here's one. Amplify word of mouth by motivating influencers. Enhance the customer experience by facilitating authentic conversations. Now, this is great stuff. I'll send it to you if you want, so you can sound like I know what to talk about. The point is, this is what you're going to have to do. Spend buckets of money. Right. This is not a cheap alternative if you want to do it well, because you don't just place the media and the ad runs. You put it out there, you get response, you respond back, they respond to you, they respond, and the thing just goes, as everyone knows, but that requires humans. McGrath Foundation have 2 people full-time working on PR, most of which is in social media. That's what they're. Now, because they're a celebrity charity, they're getting buckets of money thrown at them, but it's going to be interesting to see how far that goes. So consider this. What happens when Facebook and Twitter decide to charge for using the platform? And they're thinking about that. It's easy now, it's free. It's not free, you don't get it free much. They're planning to charge corporates for using their service for customer service. What will Comcast do when it costs them per tweet? We were talking this morning. Where's Adelaide Hills magazine. Right? Michaela, here? Right. She has the cover of her magazine as her Twitter icon. The modelling agencies want to charge her per tweet because of the model fee that's appearing on the front cover. Right? So she's got to make a call now. So she's going to have to pay them per tweet, per Facebook posting. And then if it goes viral and wants to do a play, who's going to pay for that? Right? No one's thought the maths through on this stuff. But I've got to tell you, they're thinking big time about how they can make money out of these business apps. Right? How much will you want to invest? How much you'll pay for someone who just goes click subconsciously? How much was a newspaper in 1990? What was the Adelaide advertising? 50 cents? 50 cents? How much was a magazine, a women's magazine? $2, that's it. Let's make it $3. So you bought, let's say 50 cents, $2.50 weekend, $3 a week, $3 a month, $6, make it $10 a month on newspapers and magazines, because your TV and radio are free. It's $120 a year to get your advertising. How much do you pay for your monthly ADSL connection? 70? 80? How much do you pay for your Wi-Fi laptop? What do you pay for your smartphone connection? What are you spending annually? Think about it. It's probably up over $3,000 to get the same stuff. Plus more of the same stuff to lots of other places. It's interesting how much we're now paying to get what we used to get for free, but just a bit more. Is it worth it? People making the money out of this are those like in the mining industry who sell the picks and shovels. Right? It's the people who own the sites, and you have to pay them for the use of it, who own the networks and who own the equipment. Just food for thought. Now you've all heard Lord Leverhume's question about 50% of my advertising is wasted, I just don't know which 50%. Right? It's an old quote that's used. Can you now test online what you're doing so you know which ads work and which don't because of web metrics? Yes, you can, can't you? That's the most exciting thing about it. You can run 2 ads, track which one works, and keep running the one that works. This is the beauty of the internet. Everything is measurable, right? And apparently next year, almost $2 billion is moving across to online advertising in this country. Well, is it a coincidence that in the greatest financial crash, we've had a rise in social media and online measurable advertising? We're wasting more time and dollars than ever before online. Why aren't there marketing managers out there screaming from the rooftops? Fantastic, the internet's measurable. I've cut my budget by 50% because I know what works. ADNA's research committee is saying 55% of marketers aren't even looking at media, at metrics on the web. Why the hell are you on there if you're not measuring it? Now, is it the greatest failure in marketing history in the last 2 years? As we rush to do stuff for the sake of it? I mean, we should measure everything here. We should be saying, right, I have got the same result for half the budget, I've spent the same budget and got a better result. I know because I measure and look at my tests and track. But no, we're seeing it as a mass media. Let's just chuck stuff on there and feel good. For a simple reason. The madness of crowds. Everyone's doing it, so we've got to do it. Why? Because old Maslow says it's built into our DNA, love and belongingness.